Good morning, everybody. This is Vince with Listings to Leads, and it's time to get started with our onboarding call. If you do me a favor, there's a little comments panel in the StreamYard deal. Please let me know that you can hear me and see my screen, please. And if you're new to us, please let me know how long you've been with us and how you found us. So there's a little comments chat bar. Okay, thanks, Rosemary. So you can hear me. So yeah, awesome. Thanks. Yeah, if you're new to us, let me know, again, how long you've been with us and how did you find us? So let's get into the story. So Listings to Leads, we've been here for 16 years. Our goal has been to really design a platform to capture leads for realtors. And we do that with real estate marketing, right? And whether you have listings or you don't have listings, we have, Julie is saying no sound. Yeah, sorry, check, you got it. Okay, got it. Whether you have listings or if you don't, we have tools to help you, right? If you scroll down on our homepage, you're going to see on the left-hand side a panel here of many of the tools that we design for you, for each of you. And on the right side, tools that are going to help you engage and convert leads, okay? So I'm going to kind of read through them here. And then I'm going to talk about some of the top most important things that are getting business for our clients right now. And then we'll talk about how to set up and things like that. Okay. So let's just go on the left panel. Easy Facebook and Google ads. This is actually super valuable. You can run ads in a couple clicks here, and every lead from Facebook gets name, email, and phone number auto-populated from their profile. So whoever clicks on the ad, they're not even typing in their information. They're just getting, the lead is filled with their name, email, and phone number from the profile. The next line, all of our listing marketing tools, all of our PDF guides and landing pages are all designed to capture leads. So there's lots of ways to get those out, whether it's a paid ad, whether it's a free social media post, or an e-flyer that we've auto-generated for you, or print. All of these four kind of mediums are ways to get people to the lead capture things that we built for you. If you keep going down the line, yes, we have single property websites and virtual tours. They're all mobile optimized, very helpful. We also have just free social media posts and ads. So there's a free content set area. There's running ad there, and there's a lot of free social media stuff that we post. I'll show you how all that works. We have email campaigns, email drip campaigns. As I mentioned, we have print tools like nearby homeowner letters and print flyers and postcards and door hangers. There's a marketing calendar, call to actions and leads and free and paid. So at that last thing I was saying is print. And I want to point something out to you. If you can see my screen, this particular print is very new. We've really made this available for about 2 months. And this is a very popular way of getting more listings. Okay. So what it is, it's our listing presentation, but it's designed for expired homeowners, right? Because, if people have an expired home, they were hoping to sell that home. So we definitely have a tool to help you engage those people and pick them up as listing clients. Let's see. Okay. Yes. So that's funny. Yes. Everybody can hear me, Janet. So check your sound button, I guess. Oh yeah. And Tony from Innovate. Yeah, we launched those guys. Next to the pause button is the volume button. So hopefully you guys are reading that. On the right-hand side of this panel, we have our own built-in drip campaigns. If you don't have a CRM, I think you don't even have to worry about that. Our drip campaigns actually get in the inbox. We have a very high open rate. And because of the way we build them, they're actually helping our clients close business. And then here, another exciting thing is our AI text follow-up. And AI text follow-up, it's automated. It has conversations for buyer leads or for seller leads. If you're going to be using our Facebook ad software and getting name, email, and phone number, I definitely recommend that you start to use our AI text, because here's the thing about lead capture and lead conversion. When you get leads, name, email, and phone number, your first instinct is going to be call those people. And if you call those people, you know what happens? They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. In our lead, in our software for capturing leads, every lead that clicks on the ad is literally looking at their name, email, and phone number, and they're like, yes, I want that info, submit my info. And you could call them within seconds, and they're still going to tell you, I don't know what you're talking about. And that's because they don't know who you are, right? They just don't know you. And so they're just going to say anything to get off the phone. And that's why agents get so frustrated with leads from Facebook, and I think all kinds of online leads. So really the message is text these leads a number of times to get them to where they're comfortable, and then we'll take your phone call. We have our own AI text follow-up that will do that for you, and it's converting 12% of our leads to phone calls. Okay. So if you capture 100 leads and you're using our AI text, 12 of those people are going to turn into phone calls, and probably, I'm guessing you're all pretty strong on the phone. So that's just our website. You can sign up anytime. Everything is month to month. It's $95 a month for agent accounts. And that's somewhere at the bottom here. Yeah. Month. If you need a team account or a brokerage account, you can reach me over here. That's my number. That's my email. Vincent Listings to Leads. There's my number there. So we can always talk about those things as well. Let's get into the system. When you log in, you're going to go through a setup wizard. Okay, you're gonna put your name and email. You're gonna sign up, and you're gonna put a credit card. We're gonna hold it for 2 weeks, and you cancel your account anytime inside your profile. But then you get dropped on a wizard to kind of put in your logo, put in your colors, put in your headshot, connect your listings, connect your social media accounts, connect your Facebook account. I'll show you how all that goes. So setup is really 10 to 15 minutes, not even that. If you're on a computer that is connected to your social media accounts, because that's going to be the heavy lift there. If you don't know your passwords and IDs, well, that's not going to be a pleasant experience for you. You should have it all ready to go when you're ready to go. Okay. So before I go further and show you what that wizard's like, I want to talk to you because it's the beginning of the call, and a lot of you are there is an extra charge for AI. Yeah. It's basically $1 a month for how many leads, and there's packages that you can choose. Like, are you going to get 50 leads a month? Are you going to get 100 leads a month? That sort of thing, right? And then you choose the package that's going to work for you. So, as I was saying, there's going to be a wizard. We're going to look at that in a few minutes. I want to talk about the serious things that are working for our clients, because if you're starting to kind of gather now, there are hundreds of tools in here to capture leads for you, right? And capturing leads is awesome. That's why we've been here for 16 years. A lot of people realize, wow, I get more leads working with these guys than, even close to these other stories that everybody knows, right? So that's awesome. We're excited. We always love it when our clients capture leads. But what's more exciting to us, and I think to our clients, is that you actually make money, right? You earn commissions. And that gets into lead conversion, which I mentioned. AI text and our emails are going to help you do that. But that still takes time, right? If you're really lucky, you sign up with us, you throw an ad, and 2 or 3 people start talking to you from that ad that week, and you're having really good conversation. And that's great, but that does not happen all the time. And that's why I want you to know like what's working and what's getting business for our clients right now. And one thing is open house marketing. And there are a lot of people that don't want to do an open house. I even you see it out in the press, real estate press, like, is it really worth your time and the homeowner's time for you to hold an open house? And if you do it the way that most realtors do that, I would say maybe not. But if you're doing it with our system and with our tools, you're going to find you're going to get more listings from that. And of course, you're going to get more buyers. So it's definitely worth your time as the realtor to be holding open houses. And there's a big reason why, and I want you to remember this. You are literally meeting homeowners who are thinking of selling their home. This is very different from running it out on Facebook and capturing a lead and trying to get them on a phone call. It's a whole different thing. You got to do it. But if you want to meet homeowners who are thinking of selling their home, hosting an open house and marketing it with our system is going to help you get there. This is a listing landing page. We auto post this to social media for you. You can run ads and capture leads. But here's a real reason right here of why we're getting homeowners. So this is called the Nearby Homeowner Letter. We generate it for every listing that's in your account. If you are holding an open house, the date and time is going to be auto placed there, right? And so this one says, hey, hope you're having a great week. Want to let you know we're holding an open house 1 to 4. Go here or scan here to go find out about it and become a buyer lead, right? But every letter is going to say something like that affects your home value, and go here to get your home value. So since I'm on a computer, I can click on this and go here, right? But you're literally mailing this to people, or if it's an open house, you're door knocking, right? You print out 50, you print out 100, and you door knock that, even if it's not your listing. That's the key. You can actually borrow listings from your team or your office, whatever your MLS allows you to do, right? You can pull that in and then get this letter. This is, if I do a class called Top Tools for More Listings twice a month. It's recorded. You can find it on our YouTube channel. And this is the #1 tool for high quality listing leads, because when you give this to somebody as a piece of paper, whether you mail it or you door knock it, or you go buy one of those plastic bags and hang it on the door, somebody's got to take that, read it, walk to their own computer, type in this address, then give you their address and email to get an instant home value. Okay. Not everybody wants to do that. But you know who wants to do that? The people who are thinking of selling their home. So when you get leads from this piece of paper, you better have a good follow-up strategy to keep engaged with these people. You will notice inside Listings to Leads, there are many tools to help you do that, to help you stay engaged and offer value and close those leads. So that's one thing that I wanted to kind of tell you, which is our open house marketing has been killing it all year long for our clients. We have many calls on our YouTube channel with teams and offices who are hosting, and agents who are hosting 2 to 4 open houses every week, even if they're not their own listings, because they are getting more business from that. So if you want more business, I highly recommend you look at that. The other thing that's also getting our clients jumping up and down is our listing presentation. Each of you has a listing presentation inside your account. And this is a flipbook version. It was kind of an online magazine. And you should go look at it, because this tells you what we do for you as clients. And, most of this we're just doing automatically, right? Print marketing, Nearby Homeowner Letter, email marketing, right? Let me go fast forward. We create virtual tours and listing websites, right? So this is helping you tell a story to a homeowner, right? This is already sitting in your account with your picture, your logo, and your contact information on every page. This page we're looking at right here is closing the listing appointments. When you are sitting with a person and you've got their home there, you can say, hey, scan that, and boom, their home pops up right on your phone. This has been it's been powerful for years, but we made it available in this flipbook version this year, at the beginning of this year, and our clients are loving it. And then what we're looking at here is a different version of the listing presentation. Okay. But this you've created for an actual homeowner. So let's say you got a lead. Let's say maybe you found a FSBO, maybe you ran a sold ad, or maybe you mailed out a just sold postcard or a Nearby Homeowner Letter, and you got listing leads and you got an appointment. Now you can actually create that listing presentation I just sent for you, I just showed you, and put the homeowner's name on it and their address. So now when you go through this, they are looking at what their house is going to look like on Instagram and Facebook and on your other social media. And you can say, hey, I created a virtual tour, I put it on YouTube for you. Your house is going to look like that, right? This is their home that they're looking at, okay? And again, you go through it. You don't have to read every word. Stop on this page. because now their home is going to pop up on their phone. Okay. Can I, yeah, hold on a second. I'll answer that question. This is a game changer, guys. Okay. So what we're looking at is a listing presentation that is for one home. Okay. And I'm going to show you my little print. This that I'm holding in my hand is that same presentation, but it's generic. It's not for one home. It's for expireds. And I'm pretty sure you don't always have expireds in your market. And a lot of agents don't even reach out to expireds. But the question is, do you want more listings? Because you can join my class on top tools for more listings and learn a lot of ways to advertise and capture seller leads. But nothing is going to introduce you to homeowners as fast as this expired deal and holding an open house. I hope this is kind of starting to resonate for you. So let's see, what do I have open here? Oh yeah, this is an interesting page. I pulled this up because not all of you need this, but there are a lot of clients, a lot of agents that don't have websites, right? And I frankly don't even think it's worth spending a lot of money, because most of you compete against thousands of agents. If somebody does a real estate search in your market, do they find your website? They only really find it if they know your name, right? Because you can't really compete against Zillow and everybody else, right? So you're on page 5 if you're lucky on a real estate search in your market. And being on page 5, it's almost like you don't need to be on the internet. So don't waste a lot of money. The point I'm telling you is we actually have this website created for all of you in your accounts. It has all your listings. I can click through here and land on a page, which is a single property website. And I'm going to be able to capture leads for you here as well, right? So this thing is totally designed for lead capture for you, right? And this page here has, like I said, has all your listings. It has our PDF guide. I mentioned PDF guides earlier, but if somebody wants to download one, no problem. Just answer a couple questions and give us your contact information and download it for free. Even if you have your own websites, here's your reviews, by the way. Here's our listing presentation that they can download again if they just answer some questions. Even if you have your own websites right now, you do not have call to actions in the way that we do to capture leads. This is called an agent listing website. It's on the listings page. I'll show you there. So let's answer some questions. And I only have 6 listings. Can I do the listing dominator? So let's go over to the website, because that is, when you sign up as an agent, it's the pricing is basically $95 a month, and you can keep up to 10 listings in that account. And actually, these listing presentations that I've been talking to you about, if you made one for a homeowner, that would count as a listing. But let's say, who was it? Nina says she has 6 listings. But what if there's like a neighborhood or a town where she wants more listings and she doesn't have listings there, but she can go to her colleagues in her office and say, hey, you have some listings in that town that I want to farm. Can I borrow your listings? And she gets a couple. So now she has 6. Now she has 8 in the account. And then she does one listing presentation. Now she has 9. And maybe she talks to a FSBO and puts their listing in there and gives them some marketing tools so she can convert that to our. Now that's 10. That's what $95 covers. All kinds of tools, but that pricing is there. Agent Dominator is if you want to market more listings, like up to 50, right? I don't recommend that you're doing that unless you have that many listings, okay? All the same tools are there. You do get Google Ad software, which is great, but you don't really need that. I think even if you had 15 listings, just working 10 hard with all of our tools will get you more business, okay? Let's see. Can you upload an exterior photo only? Yes, Brenda. Yeah, that's right. So when we're creating the listing presentation, you can create that. And I'll show you how to do that in a little bit, okay? So that's kind of the overall story of not overall, but those are the big things that you have to be aware of, as well as our Facebook's ads, right? So I want to talk a little bit about, we're going to get off this call and you're going to forget half of what I say. So how do you find out what's going on? Go to the marketing calendar over here. It's the top tab on the left. And you see 3 tabs. Get to the resources tab. Here is our YouTube channel. You absolutely have to spend time here. Here's our mastermind group. Join this because I'm going to take us there in a bit. And if you're on Instagram, follow us on Instagram and you can sign up for live classes just like this one right here. Okay. And let's see, it was working great for me. Plan to come back. Oh yeah. And you need more info on AI. Oh, okay. We'll talk about AI in a bit here. Okay. So over here is our mastermind group. Okay. And well, I thought I was on it, but something happened here. Let's go over here while that bakes. This is our YouTube channel. And there's a couple things here that I want to talk about. One, you know how I've been talking about the expired call. We have a 30-day challenge. If you're a client, and Nina, you need to get to be a client because you want to get on this challenge. Scott and I are going to be doing calls, I think twice a day for a month. We're going to be talking about how to leverage this expired situation, this expired pamphlet, and get more listings. So go listen to that there. That's on the videos page on our YouTube channel. And definitely watch this call over here. You see this? Stop ignoring expireds. Now, this guy John here is a client. He's an agent from one of our office clients. Okay, so they have a brokerage account, and he just kind of found this, listened to our class, and that is a 12-minute call that will help your business. He explains how he does it, what he says on the phone, and how he's getting appointments, and how like on one appointment, he just went to say hello, and they get into like an hour-long conversation, basically ready to list. You definitely need to see that. Also on this, look up the open house marketing. Scott does a call on open house marketing. Then you need, and I mentioned that at the beginning of the call, you need to know how to work open houses. The point is get belly to belly with homeowners that want to sell their home, right? That's really what this is all about. Got a lot of ways of capturing leads, but if you're meeting homeowners and you have the tools in your hand to tell them what they need to know, like you can sell their home effectively and better than every other agent, that's why expireds and open houses are so important. This is our mastermind group. And I think right here on the top, so if you're a client, get over here and register. Our first class is today. Also check this out. Like he's in here running ads and she's showing videos on what she's doing and how she's converting. I think you can learn a lot from listening to you there. But get in the mastermind class and scan this like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes a week. You don't have to be in here every day, but you are going to see this discussion of how expireds are working, because this is a very big topic for our clients right now, okay? So we do a lot of other things. Our clients ask questions. Scott talks about what's going on. I do. But you want to look in here and get familiar fast with what's going on, okay? So you're going to see a lot about expireds. That's in the mastermind group. You can get to the mastermind group on the marketing calendar over here, and then the YouTube channel. Get involved with the YouTube channel. This platform is very effective. Okay, it has a lot of ways to capture leads and help you grow your business. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's not going to do a whole lot for you. Okay, that's the short story. So let's jump over to listings and let's talk a little bit about what this can do, right? And remember, I said like, hey, our listing presentation is awesome. That's how we started the call. So you gotta start using that, right? And if I go on listings, I can go right here, and there is a generic listing presentation, which we kind of looked at earlier, right? There's a print version and there's a flipbook version. So if you might want to have these kind of ready at an open house, maybe printed, right? But there are lots of ways to use that, okay? And but if I go back to the listings, remember how I showed you that I had a listing that was in a listing presentation mode. So somebody asked, can I put a photo? That's what you would do. You would go here, you would say, I want to manually add a listing. I'm going to do that now. And the default listing status is right here. It's just listed, right? But if you change it to listing presentation, you drop in the name of the homeowner, beautiful home in whatever city, fill out the address. You could say beautiful home in the same city, one photo. You add one photo and that presentation is created. So it's very easy to create. And now you have the most powerful tool to get a homeowner to list with you. Okay. It's rock solid. Okay. Now, if we go back here and we look at the others, you're going to notice that I have an open house. And remember, I said open house marketing is another great way. So get your open house in here, get the tools. I'm not going to go through all the tools because I actually do a class and Scott does a class on open house marketing. Okay. Sold listings, you can change the status from active or just listed to whatever it is. Sometimes it gets auto changed for the MLS. Sometimes it doesn't. Just flip that button there. But if I go over to let's run an ad. Let's go look at the open house. These are all the things that we're doing here for you automatically. Right? We make it so that you can run that on Facebook in 2 clicks. You click on Facebook right there, and you click on create ad right there. You're done, and you're getting leads with name, email, and phone number. Okay. Now there's more you can do. That's just a short story. Okay. Social media post. Guess what? We do this for you automatically. Oh, Scott's here, and Scott put the challenge. So if you want to join that 30-day challenge, you can sign up right in the little comments pad. And I recommend you all get on that because, I mean, if you want more listings, right? If you don't want more listings, you don't need to join us there. So social media post, a post is different from an ad. A post is free, and we do it automatically for you. So when you sign up, we're going to say, hey, connect your socials, do this and that. And so this is going to get you there. Now, there is a landing page behind it, right? So there's lead capture behind this. Now we have tools for the sellers. We have a nearby homeowner letter, which I mentioned earlier. I said this is why you actually need to do open house marketing, because this letter will get the homeowners into your open house, right? The neighbors. We also have a company called Express Copy. If you have an account with them, they will mail these things to people that have owned a home for more than 6 years. Okay. We don't really talk about this for open house because that's so fast, but you could say, hey, I want to go a 3-mile radius. They only mail to people that owned a home, single family home for more than 6 years. Usually our clients use this letter when they have something just listed or just sold. We do design postcards, and you might think you have postcards, right? You might be from a great company, and you might think you have postcards, right? And you do not have postcards with call to actions like us. This is the front of an open house postcard, right? There's a link, there's a QR code. Scan it, go there, become a buyer lead. On the back, every time, that affects your home value. Go there to get your free home value, right? That's kind of what we're about, right? You have been, as a realtor, however long you've been doing this, you've had marketing tools, and they're awesome for branding, right? They got your company logo, they got your colors, and probably a beautiful picture of you and your phone number. People don't really want to be calling realtors all the time. I'm sorry, but they do want information for days, weeks, and months, and even years. And this link and this link and this link, this photo, will take them to a place to become a buyer lead and get more information on that home. And this link and that graphic is going to take them to a page to get their free home value, and I can get my free home value here. So one email has multiple call to actions. You should be sending out one of our emails to your database at least once a week. If you have more than 500 leads in your CRM, you should be doing this twice a week with whatever tool. It might be from a PDF guide. It might be from a landing page. It might be for an open house, or you just listed or just sold something. Everything has call to actions. You should just go up here, copy, and paste it in your CRM and blast it out. Now, we do create single property websites and virtual tours here. We do email those to you. And I mentioned there's our open house marketing. We have an open house sign-in form. Get in the mastermind group and look up open houses. You will see that clients have been using this all summer long and getting awesome results and more listings. We do have listing flyers. We even have text IVR, so you can short code send this text to that. I'm sorry, that was flyers, but this is what I was talking about, sign writers. And then you can put this on your sign, your yard sign, and they can even scan and get to the website, okay? Blog post, Craigslist, QR code for every property. And like I said, we put, everything up on you. So that's listing marketing. Okay. That's just that side. I mentioned a couple times that we have PDF guides. Okay. And Mahmood is saying, sign me up. I don't know what that means, Mahmood, but if you want to sign up, guess what? You sign up. Okay. I'm not signing anybody up right now. So PDF guides, there are 80 of these. So even if you don't have listings, or if you're trying to really convert a lead, you have 40 PDF guides for buyers and you have 40 PDF guides for sellers. Okay. So whichever one you want to focus on, you just click on that button and you can download and read these. And we definitely, I think a lot of our clients like to have a few of these printed up for open houses. But if you click on marketing tools on any of them, you're going to see that there are multiple ways of marketing this. Let's see here. I'm going to click, let's show this one here. Yeah. So we're looking at one of the PDF guides, and you can see you can run an ad on Facebook. You can run an ad on Google. We actually share it for free on your social media accounts throughout the year, right? We give you short form video scripts. So if you're one of these agents that want to have video up on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, we give you the script. Just read it, right? We have print flyers and postcards. So if you want to get these things out, we've got ways in print, in free social media, in paid ads to get people to that. Okay. And they got to give you their information to download it. Okay. So there are a lot of PDF guides. There are also landing pages. The landing pages, we create some of them for you automatically, but you can actually create your own if you want to. And you'll notice these top three here: free home values, down payer assistance, and new construction. Now, the free home values, I want to point this out because this is auto embedded in many of your tools. Okay. Like it's embedded in your single property websites and virtual tours. It's embedded in your near my homeowner letter, right? And just a lot of tools, it's just sitting there because even if you're marketing an open house, I'm going to click the edit pencil, the pencil here. That means edit. Even if we're marketing an open house, we know, and homeowners are looking at your open houses because they're trying to kind of size up the market, right? So if that picture there doesn't look like your neighborhood, maybe you live in Vermont, maybe you live in Arizona, wherever, if that doesn't look like your area, you can just go right over here to background and put an image that looks more like your area, right? And that's kind of important because, like I said, that's auto embedded all over. I mentioned Yi in the mastermind group. And Yi Gong, she's been running ads on this down payer assistance for weeks, and she has a lot of leads, and she is talking to people there. So you can use these things to run your own ads or share them for free on social media. I think ads you're going to get name, email, phone number, and that's why people are doing that. But lots of landing pages, iBuyer. Investors are lowballing you. You can even create instant home value pages that you can work those automatically, right? And then lastly, I want to mention, we have landing pages for FSBOs and for expireds. So we're going to be talking about expireds in our 30-day challenge here. But we actually create landing pages for you. So if you feel like I do want to reach out to FSBOs, right, and try to get those as listings or expireds, we have landing pages that you could direct people to. I think our clients are realizing they just shortcut. They're not even using this now because we have this printed brochure of how to expire to market listing, how to market expired listing. They're not even going to this page anymore. They're just going straight to the client with a phone call or a door knock. So landing pages, PDF guides. We even have a really powerful client review page. Let's get to the thing that really gets our clients excited. And that is, how do I get people to this and capture leads with name, email, and phone number? And that would be Facebook ads. Okay, so if I go to ads, and we're going to talk about setup in just a couple more minutes here, but because you're going to connect to your own Facebook business page. Okay. And that's something I want to say. When we're running ads, and I'm going to just quickly do an ad. And notice if I click create Facebook ad, I can run an ad on a listing, on a landing page, or any of the PDF guides that I talked about. But let's do the open house ad. Okay. And we want to do lead ads. Lead ads is the reason why these leads are pre-populated with name, email, and phone number. So if you're thinking traffic, switch it to lead ads. Okay. And click create ad, and let's look at what happens. Okay. So this house is in Danville, and so it automatically is going to say Danville, right? If you're in Omaha, it's going to say Omaha, right? If you're in Miami, so on and so forth. But what if you're in a place where people are moving to your area from other towns, right? Other cities maybe, or even other states. You can knock this out here, and you can say, oh, people like to move here from, I don't know, from New York, right? New York City. That's how you do it right there. And this text here, I don't want you to overthink it, because this is kind of like the way that we write these ads, and these ads capture leads all day long, every day. Okay. So what I would do on an open house though is I might say, open this Saturday, right? Now there's more to doing this. You want to make sure the ad isn't running too long. It ends on Saturday sort of thing. But it's like, boom, you create that, Facebook's going to approve it, and you're going to start getting leads with name, email, and phone number. Okay. You can also run ads on landing pages and PDF. I've got a landing page. I will say this. One of the things that agents like to do is they like to run landing pages on new construction, new construction ads with the landing page that we create. I think you get better results if you get a model home or a picture of a home that's in a new construction area, and you just put in the text, hey, this is new construction, and here are the incentives. Because really, it's the incentives that are getting people interested in new construction, right? So let's see if I can do that again. Landing page. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So when you click that button, it's the landing pages you created, right? These are the ones that we created, but you can create unlimited landing pages and then run ads on those, okay? And so I've got one here for Walnut Creek, instant home value. Let's just create the ad and see what happens, right? So again, you could do this for any PDF guide. You could do this for a just listed home. You could do this for open house and just sold. Later stage ads, they get sold. They get home values, right? They get sellers. Early stage listings, they get buyers. So you kind of want to be running a couple of ads a week, every week. And by the way, every ad you run, you see this, it's not going to be sponsored by Walnut Creek Real Estate, because that's mine. Yours is going to be sponsored by your business page. And when you do that, it's going to be seen by thousands of people, okay? Each ad. So if you run a $50 ad, depending on the kind of ad it is, it's going to be seen by probably 1,000 to 3,000 people. That's awesome for your branding. If you're doing that 2 or 3 times a week, even better. And every ad is capturing leads with name, email, and phone number. And that's really, the best part of it. So that's kind of the things that you want to realize, right? There's a lot of tools here. We have a lot of ways to get those tools in front of people, whether it's in print, whether it's on a free email, or running ads, right? So let's talk about, well, I want to show you one more thing. After you've done the setup wizard, and that's what we're going to do next. Whenever you log in, we're going to drop you right here. This is the dashboard. And ask yourself, what do you want? Do you want buyers or do you want sellers? Okay, that's the first question. I'm going to click sellers. But obviously it works the same for buyers. And the point is that on this page, we've teed up all the tools that you need to, in this case, get seller leads. So if I create a Facebook ad or a Google ad, those ads are designed to get me seller leads, okay? If I want to market my landing pages with maybe print or email that capture sellers, they're right here. If I want to market any of those PDF guides to get more sellers. Again, they're right here. You can click here and you get to all the rest of the guides, right? Short form video scripts are here. Everything is kind of here for you. There's even the listing presentations right here. Again, you can do the same thing for buyers. Okay. So while we're diving in deep in all these sections, you can almost live in the dashboard here. And then just ask yourself, hey, I want buyer leads, or I want seller leads. It would be good to move to set up more than one new construction landing page depending on the price point. I don't know about that, Mahmoud. Would it be good to set up a new construction landing page depending on the price point? I don't know. I don't think that's the question. I think it would be better if it was different. I would have different ones on different kinds of developments, right? Some of you are in cities where there's like dozens of projects going on. I would have a different listing from each one of those, right? And say, hey, here are the incentives, here are the homes coming here. I don't think price points, you're not going to get that far. And you probably don't want to put a price point in unless you feel like saying, hey, all these homes are on 500 grand or 300 or whatever, then, but I wouldn't really go. Sometimes when you go really far in your niche, you make things, you spend a lot of time creating all these things, and you realize like that granular approach, it's not getting me really any great returns. Just a broader approach can often be just as effective. So let's see where my wizard is here. So, when we sign up, and feel free to throw any of your questions in here, because I'm kind of getting to the end of my story. When you sign up on our site, it's going to say start a 2-week free trial. And it's going to say what's your name and what's your email address. And then the next page is where's your credit card. And then we hold that for 2 weeks. So since you're on your trial, then it goes to a month to month. And the next page is like, where's your headshot and what do you need here? Do you need your phone number or this or that? Do you need your license number? If there's not a red asterisk, you don't need it, right? And then it's your logo and it's your color scheme, right? We have a lot of palettes from the big brands out here, but you can also just do a custom. Maybe you're with independent shop, right? If you need any of these things in your marketing, you can add them, okay? So that's to make everything look like it's branded to you, right? Your headshot, right? Now, this is where it starts to get interesting. Remember I talked about we post things for free, social media auto posting. You want to connect Facebook. You want to connect Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, Google Business. If you don't have Google Business, I think it could be really in your interest to create that. And then also YouTube. So I mentioned we do create virtual tours. If you connect your own YouTube channel, you will auto post your virtual tours to your own YouTube channel. This could be good for you in a listing presentation. And if you use Gmail, you can actually click through and you'll find your own YouTube channel. Maybe you haven't branded it or really turned it on, but if you use Gmail, you do have already a YouTube channel waiting for you. Google Business, it's when you type in something and there's a little web page. You should definitely have that. You can collect reviews there. And I'm going to show you in a moment. We can auto sweep those reviews. That's just something that you should do, as a side project. But this is going to allow us to auto post your listings at every status and auto post the home value page and the new construction page and the down payer assistance page automatically for free. Okay. The next page is like connect your social media ad account, your Facebook ad account, right? And this is critical. You need to be running ads on Facebook, bottom line. And so you connect there, and when you run the ad, it's going to charge your credit card on Facebook, okay? It's going to be sponsored by your business page on Facebook. And we're not taking any percentage of that ad budget. If it's a $50 ad or a $100 ad or a $35 ad, 100% of that is being charged on your credit card. We're not taking anything there, okay? Now here, this is where it kind of gets confusing for clients because they're like, I just connected my social media, right? But we have different software going on here. So you need to connect again to Facebook, Instagram, X, and Google, and we will auto post these topics, if you go underneath each of these, there are multiple articles. They're all colorful, they're light, they're kind of written for social media. They're not big, heavy reads, right? And that is important because the content looks so good that our clients' Instagram accounts are growing. Because of the frequency, like we're posting every day or every other day or whatever you decide, it's giving SEO juice to Google business, okay? And so much so that after a few months, somebody could be sitting in your market at their own computer and type in real estate in my town, and your Google business page will migrate to page 1 because of the SEO from this content and posting here. So that would be like, do that, right? If you don't have Google business, get it and get this information over there, connect it here, okay? Yeah, I'll show you where you can do it inside the account. Now, so let's just pause a moment. So at this point, we've got your headshot, we got your logo, we got all your social media connected for auto posting. Here, you drop in your email address that's in your MLS, and this will allow us to start auto sweeping your listings into your account. Later on, you'll see that you can grab a listing as well. So maybe you don't have your own listings, but you're going to hold an open house for somebody, or somebody's lending you a listing so you can market and get your own leads. Grab a listing is really what you would do there. But I'm going to take this out and go next. Now here, this is where you connect your CRM, okay? And you'll see a lot of the top real estate CRMs here. You can connect here. If you don't have your CRM, turn this on. These are our drip campaigns I was mentioning earlier in the call. These are, frankly, more effective than many of the CRM drip campaigns you have here, right? And it's just a free part of the service, so we're not charging you more for that. Now here, you can import your reviews from Zillow and Google and Testimonial Tree, right? I think we're working on Facebook as well, but that might take a little while. But you know, most of you have reviews on Zillow and many of you have them on Google. Whenever they're added, this will sweep them in automatically. We'll embed them in certain tools wherever it's relevant. And that's kind of it, okay? That little wizard there is how you set up all the automation, okay? And then you'll be on this dashboard, and then you can ask yourself, do I need more buyers or more sellers, right? So I'm going to talk a little bit about this section here, follow-ups and leads. So I just mentioned that you can connect your CRM and we can drop your leads in there, right? But we actually have our own follow-ups that are email, and they're awesome, frankly. They're awesome. We have a high open rate. We get in the inbox, not in the spam folder, and we auto embed those PDF guides and landing pages, I think, in every other message. So these are actually a more valuable drip campaign, and it is why our clients are telling us, I have appointments with these people. They don't even know how they're getting appointments, and it's because these leads are opening up our emails and getting more information. Now, I can't click on it here, but you see this leads tab, all of your leads are stored there. And that's where you sign up for AI text follow-up, okay? And that's very useful for you because, as I've been mentioning, when you're running ads and you're capturing leads from Facebook with name, email, and phone number, if you're late to this call, I'm repeating myself, you would think you should call those people. And those people are going to say, I don't know what you're talking about, because they don't know who you are. So you really should start texting your leads with simple questions. Don't write a big paragraph, because nobody wants to read that on a smartphone. Just like, hey, I saw that you like the open house in Danville. Do you live in Danville? Are you moving here, right? Wait for the answer. They answer, yes, no, don't answer. Maybe a little bit later, hey, that's a 3-2. Is that what you're looking for? Does that suit your needs, right? Back and forth. At some point, they're either going to start responding or not, right? So if you're running, let's say you run, like our suggestion, at least 2 ads a week, you're going to end up with dozens of leads every week. And you're going to need to text those people, I don't know, 10, 15, maybe 20 times to get them actually into a phone call, right? So if you do the math on that number of leads every week, you're going to run out of time. You're not going to want to be texting forever. And that's why you need to go to this leads tab and sign up for the leads for the AI text follow-up. Okay. I mentioned at the beginning of the call, and I'm just going to repeat it. Our open house marketing, it's way more face-to-face. Yes, the Facebook leads come with name, email, and phone number. And if you want to let thousands of people know that you have an open house, the Facebook ad is the way to go. But it's the nearby homeowner letter and some of the other tools that we designed for you that are going to get homeowners in and engage them. Okay. It's face-to-face. So, you're converting in person to person rather than I captured a lead on the internet and I got to like work that to get them into just a phone call, right? That's why open house marketing is so important. And that's why our listing marketing is so important. And if you're looking at my screen, you can see the link there that's where you can sign up for our 30-day challenge. If you want more listings, use our open house marketing and use our expired marketing and use, of course, our listing presentation any time you can, right? And just to go back to listings so that we kind of remember where some of these things are, there is a tab that says listing presentation, right? And there is a you can even create a listing presentation for a particular home. And this is the page where you can sign up for the 30-day trial. And this is in this link is actually in the call right now. And I want to point everybody to go to the page and click on the link that's a blog post of how to order these. And I'm going to send this to everybody right now. If you're not on this call and you're watching this in a recording, you can connect more than one CRM, Brenda. Yeah. This page is really a boiled down story of what's going on. And remember, I told you that on our YouTube channel, we have this call, 12-minute call with John there. Here's the call right here. You can watch it right here. I just sent you this link. Okay. You have to watch this. Even if you just have to watch it. There's a great cover letter that our clients are using. It's right here. You can customize it for you. And then, you can order batches of 10, 20, 30. There is a setup fee because there's actually, when you sign up, we have to kind of make a sample that looks like this that you approve, that you are like, yeah, okay, I'm good, right? So there's some work involved in actually getting this all set up. And then at that point, you can just start ordering batches. Right. And I think you need to really think seriously about this because there are going to be expireds, I don't know, I'm sure on and on and on, right? Having this be an important part of your business strategy of getting more listings, it's now become a no-brainer. And this call right here is going to show you why. Okay. Are there any other questions about, even if you have a question and I didn't answer it, are there any other questions? I do want to remind you, get in our mastermind group and let us know what's working for you. And, and the other thing I didn't mention, we have an awesome support team. Right here is a tab that says support. And when you put your question right here, the whole team is looking at it. The whole support team is looking at it. So put your question there. Every once in a while, somebody likes to go in the mastermind group and ask a question. And honestly, we have to say, hey, can you direct that to support? If you need fast answers, that's where it is. If it's, on the flip side, you might think, what, this particular thing that you're doing, this tool would be great if we could do this with it. And I don't know what that is. I'm just kind of talking theoretically. But what I want to tell you is, I don't know how often now, but it's at least 4 times a year that somebody says something like that and we turn it around and create a new tool for our clients. So if there's something that you feel like, yeah, this would really help me, put it in here and we may be able to, to make that available to everybody. Right. And here you see, there's a post here. It's one of our office clients. And I'm going to try and get her on the call. She actually, the listing presentation that I was talking about, Kurt has an office. It's a small kind of boutique shop, I think in Iowa. It's like in some kind of second resort, second lakefront homes, right? It's like this small town. And one of his young agents has been listening to us and done this. She's got 3 listings in like a month from reaching out to expireds and FSBOs with our listing presentation. I really recommend you start to get your arms around that. Let's see here. The follow-up email. If you have questions, please let me know. I'm going to answer everybody's questions right now. The follow-up email campaign is just sent to the captured leads within the platform. Yes. So let me answer the question that you might be thinking. You cannot export your leads from your CRM and import it into us for our drip campaigns. Okay. That typically comes up. However, if you have your own CRM and you have hundreds or thousands of leads, every listing, every PDF guide, and every landing page has these words, eFlyer for your database. Okay. So you can copy this and like I said earlier, once or twice a week, you can copy this and you can blast it out on those leads. You copy it right here. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Let's see. I will say this. It's kind of an aside. Some of you do talk to a lot of agents, right? Like you're part of groups and things like that. You can actually set up your own affiliate page to where you get a commission on anybody that's, month to month. As long as they're a client, we're gonna, reward you with a percentage. So you can set that up here. You just need a PayPal email address so that we know where to send the money to, and that's automated. Then you get your own link and you say, hey, you know what? Sign up on that. Client reviews. We talked about social content. We didn't really go into social content, but I want to go here. Again, we're almost at the top of the hour, and I'm just going to show you. We talked about in the setup wizard that you set up this area for us to auto post social content. So when you come here to the page first time, we're going to say connect to your social media, right? And there'll be a big green button that says connect to your social media. And when you click, it kind of looks like you want to post. I recommend definitely Saturday and Sunday because people aren't working, and a couple of days here during the week. And then we say, what topics do you want? And here are all the PDF guides. So throughout the year, we're going to post them. If you're in a Spanish-speaking market, we've translated it into Spanish as well. And there are holidays. There are other kind of home design areas. There's kind of quotes, inspirational success stuff. Pick a few of each of these. And then when you're putting that just allows us to put content on your social media. Okay. And one thing I forgot to mention, if you're using Instagram or TikTok, go here on social content to link in bio and get this link and put it in your Instagram profile or on your TikTok profile, because this has integrated your reviews page, your marketing plan, your listings, your PDF guides and landing pages. Everything here is gonna drive people to a page to capture leads for you, okay, for free. When we're auto posting PDF guides to your socials, we're going to have a little text in there that says see link in profile, see link in bio, right? So if they want to download this 25 important factors, right, they can't do it right in the post. They have to go to your profile and then they can download it there. So if you're an Instagram or TikTok user, definitely link in bio, okay? Or even Facebook. Some people look at your profile on Facebook, and that can be helpful as well. I'm going to show you this. We got 2 minutes. I don't see any more questions, so I want to say thank you for being here today. This call is being recorded. It will be on the YouTube channel. So I've been talking about the listing presentation, and I've been talking about open house marketing. I've been saying, yeah, you can get homeowners into your open houses, and then we've got some tools to really showcase you and what you're doing. And the 100-point marketing, 100+ marketing plan is one of those tools. What you should do is come here to this page, download it, and put it on your own YouTube channel. Okay? Like that's you should just do that as practice. And that way on your own TV, you can point your smart TV to this page. And you can play this on, kind of easily. You want to know how to do your YouTube channel. It's there. It's already sitting on the internet on our channel. So you could just point right there. I've been talking about the listing presentation in this print format and in the online flip book, but this is a 5-minute video commercial. So imagine that you printed 20, 50 or 100 nearby homeowner letters, and you told all these neighbors of your open house, hey, I'm having an open house this weekend. And who's going to come in there? The people that take that piece of paper and walk in are probably people that own homes in the neighborhood who might be thinking of selling, right? Why would they go to an open house if they're not thinking of selling? And you have this 5-minute video running on the big 80-inch TV. It's not branded really to you, and it's not branded to us. It just says, this is what I do when I'm selling a home, right? And this is what's getting the conversations with homeowners for our clients. That's why you want to do open house marketing. This is part of it. Scott does a call on open house marketing. You'll find it on our YouTube channel, and have that be part of your business. No doubt about it. I mean, there's really some things. If you walk away with anything, run ads on Facebook. Make sure you're using our listing presentation. Make sure you're doing open houses and expireds, and that you're using Facebook for both buyer leads and for getting sellers. And of course, you can do that, with Google. You can get high quality seller leads as well. Even if you don't have anything going on, maybe you're a new agent, there is a marketing calendar right at the top. And every business day, we have one task that you can do. And some of those are paid and some of those are free. And if you get this going, you're going to have a lot of branding going on and a lot of leads going on. So I hope this helps. Don't forget, if you need a team account or a lender account or a brokerage account, my information is right here, and you can always reach out to me and we can have a chat about that. Otherwise, feel free to sign up. Everything is month to month, whether you're a broker or an agent, and you can sign up right there. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll see you in the mastermind group. Bye-bye.